Well, if the rising cost of fuel is putting your travel plans on the back burner, you might just be able to hack your way to an overseas trip. Meet Layla Roberts, the Australian mum who's cracked the code for earning maximum frequent flyer points.
From Singapore to London and everywhere in between, Layla and her family hop on a plane every 18 months for next to nothing because of her very savvy ways of collecting those points. And Layla Roberts, the founder of the Happy Life Organiser, is here to share the tips. Let's go, Layla. Hi.
Hi.
Hard to
Layla.
believe. You're living proof this can be done. What's the secret to earning enough points to get free or almost free travel?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me on the show today. I'm a big believer that if you're going to spend the money anyway, you might as well get points with it. As you mentioned, especially the cost of living and not to mention petrol prices. And a lot of my clients, they're busy, they're overwhelmed, they know they're leaving points on the table, so they ask me to set up the systems in the background and then they earn the points. Personally, I get points on about 90 to 95% of all my spending. Groceries, petrol, insurance, bills, everything really.
Wow. OK, so can we go through some of your hacks in more detail? You say we should activate and boost everything in loyalty programs at the supermarket. Are the rewards as good as they say? Does it add? I guess every little bit adds up. Is that kind of the philosophy?
Yeah, definitely. Every little bit adds up. But there are ways to make it add up quicker. So, for example, I would always recommend getting the paid version of the reward system, such as Everyday Rewards Extra. You do have to pay for that a small amount, but the amount you save on your shopping each month is usually a lot more than what you're paying. Plus, you're going to earn a lot more points and quicker.
Right.
My other favourite shopping hack is to buy the gift cards, especially when there's a bonus points offer, and especially the EFTPOS ones, because you can use those everywhere.
OK, so go and buy a gift card.
Yes.
You'll get points for that, and then you get then you just spend that like cash.
Yes.
What you say? And then you get points on that.
Exactly.
And you are really determined.
Wow, that's a lot.
You're really determined.
The triple dipping is a bit of a strategy. It's a lot more. It's not as complicated as it sounds, actually.
Yeah.
But you do have to buy the gift card using your points earning credit card. Swipe your rewards card. Then, for example, you might buy an Apple card. You go to the Apple website, log into the the Velocity or Qantas Chrome extension. Add your gift cards to your account, and then when you make the purchase, you're actually earning triple points on the same purchase.
You are an animal. You're a points animal.
That's a lot. I'm going to have to write that down.
Is that what you mean by double dipping and triple dipping?
Yes, that's the double. The double dipping is a bit easier. It's basically when you swipe your rewards card and you use your points earning credit card.
It sounds a little complex, right? But the more you do it, the easier it becomes.
Exactly, it becomes second habit after a while.
Yeah, right. OK, your bills and health insurance have added to your totals, of course, as well, right? Everything's going in the pot.
Yes, I mean, you have to pay for electricity and car insurance anyway, so you might as well get points on those essentials. So I always add my points earning credit card to pay the bills, which is just on a direct debit each month. And then every 12 months or so, I'll look at different providers and see if there's any sign-up bonuses. I'll check how much the plan is. Occasionally, the plan can be a little bit extra if you're getting the points. But 50,000 points, for example, will far outweigh the cost, any extra cost.
Sure. Now, here's the thing. What about... It's all good to... I'm going to do Jerry Seinfeld here. All good in getting the points, but then actually spending the points, like getting to redeem it on a flight. I've tried, and I find it really difficult to actually find the flights. So how do you then go about, once you've got the points, using the points?
Yes.
What are the tips there?
So my main key advice would be determination, flexibility and creativity. For example, we wanted to fly to the UK last Christmas, which is the busiest time of year, one of the most popular routes.
There's never any flights available at Christmas.
Well, we booked 11 or so months in advance, so that's another key, is to be organised. We couldn't get Sydney to London direct, so then I saw there was flights via Helsinki, and I was like, well, if we're going to Helsinki, we might as well go to Lapland. So I turned my flexibility and creativity into a magical extra experience.
I love that. But there are people watching going, we've got kids, we are a school holiday travelling family, and this is impossible.
We're going to Darwin in the July school holidays, myself, my husband and son, and we're using Qantas points for that. Again, you do have to book in advance. Domestic is slightly easier than international, though.
Sure. Some frequent flyer points expire. So what do we do around those sort of deadlines?
Depending on the programme, they do expire roughly every 18 months or so, but only if you don't have any activity. So if you're earning points or using points, they won't expire. And if you're really not using them at all, then just download the Qantas Wellbeing app and you'll get points simply for walking.
OK. What about people...
Admittedly, you don't get very many, but it, as you say, it adds up.
Right, and it just shows it as activity,
And it will
you
never,
won't lose
it will never
yeah.
expire.
Walk from here to Darwin, then you can get the trip home. OK, so people watching, don't want to fly, don't want to go to Lapland. What else can you do with all these points?
So using them for flights is by far the best value.
Yeah.
And I would never buy a toaster, for example, from the online store. You're much better
Doesn't make
off-
sense, right?
No, it doesn't make any sense. You're much better buying the toaster with your points earning credit card and earning points than using your points to buy the toaster.
Right.
But if you really don't want to fly, not even domestic, the next best thing would be hotels.
Oh, yes.
And who doesn't
yeah.
enjoy staycation in the city?
Actually, a few friends of mine have actually started doing that. They go, we reckon we get good bang for our buck using our points for hotels.
Yeah, it's not as good as flights, but it's better than a toaster.
Can you sell them? Can you sell your points? If you've got 1 million points that you don't want.
You can give them to family
I think
members.
you can definitely give them to family members. I'm not sure the airlines like it if you sell them.
We don't care if the airlines like it. Really interesting. Really interesting. Thanks for your time this morning.
Thank you so much. And if people have any questions, because some of it is a bit overwhelming, they can always contact me if they have any questions.
Yeah, I have questions.
And where do they find you?
The Happy Life Organiser.
The Happy Life Organiser. Sounds great. You should organise me.
Offices in Sydney and Helsinki.